Okay, so we're going to look at one of my favorite voice leading concepts that moves between our seventh chords in these two positions because it provides a really musical and vocal-like quality to our chord playing with the movement of the voicing sliding back and forward between the two. So with today's lesson, I'm going to put the tabs for free to download and follow along in the description below. As well as that, I'm going to add some extra examples for you to practice up so you can add some more layers and ideas to your rhythm playing once we get started. So let's jump in and firstly break down this concept. So what we've got is our E form, G dominant seventh voicing with our root, seventh and third degree of the chord in this position here. Now what makes this very vocal-like is the way we can slide our third finger and coincidentally the third degree of the chord between the seventh voicings of E form and A form. So we've got one, just like that. So we can remove our top two fingers, slide the third, and then replace them in that position to get that effect there. Okay, so after a basic introduction to the concept, what you need to start practicing is identifying the root notes between these two positions. So being able to identify the root note here and then here on the 10th fret. So moving back and forward, just like that. Nice and steady, and being comfortable with identifying the root note. And then once you're doing that, you can start to practice it with the chord progressions. Another great exercise, which I think is really beneficial once you've got a basic level of comfort with the idea, is being able to identify different keys. So for example, we've got F, and then say F sharp, G, okay, A flat, so on and so forth, just to be able to add more depth and skill to your understanding of being able to spot these root notes all over the fretboard. Okay, so let's jump in and check out our first example. So we've got just a straight D minor 7 to our G7, and then slide up to the position, and then we're going to resolve it to a C major 7 voicing in that position. So we'll run that again. So it's a really nice sounding exercise there. Okay, so for our second exercise, we're going to look at the descending approach to this concept. So our exercise is going to be slide down and then resolve to a C major 9 here. So I'll run that again. Slide down and then resolve. So for the next part of this, we're going to look at applying some chromaticism and tritone substitutions to the concept here. So we'll start off by playing this minor 9/11 voicing here, into a G7 sharp 5, into our dominant 7th voicing, and then we're going to apply a chromatic approach. Instead of sliding directly to it, we're going to go. Okay, so all that is from our G7, slide our note up, a semitone above, the G7 to the A flat, and then drop it in there, and that gives us our chromatic approach. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So really cool. And nice amount of movement there. And also the last part we're going to look at is then adding a tritone substitution from our G7 to a D flat 7. Like that. So we're keeping our third finger on the 7th degree of the G7, and then changing our first and second fingers around for that to become the third degree of the D flat 7, which again is a chromatic approach into our C major 7 there. So practicing that example all together, D minor 9/11, G7 augmented, G7 to a chromatic approach, tritone substitution, C major 7, just like that. So as always, it's very important to take your time, get to know the concept, practice it up, and then steadily implement it into your playing. If you have any questions about the lesson, feel free to drop those in the comments below. I'm more than happy to get back to you people there. Also, if you want to support the work I'm doing with the channel here, like, subscribe. Don't forget to leave a comment to let me know how you found the lesson. And also, if you're interested in checking out any of my premium courses, you can follow the links below to check out everything from contemporary fundamentals, soloing, rhythm work, double stop workshops, as well as my tone packs for you people out there using head rush units. My name is Ryan Wyatt. Enjoy this content and I will catch up with you all in the next video. Until then.